Hello friends, today in this video I'm going to explain to you about the human nervous system. Without any delay, let's get started. So here I have my textbook. Let's skip this introduction part and go to the main topic, human nervous system. So now all living organisms can detect changes that take place around them. The changes may be internal or external. The changes are known as stimuli. So there are some changes occurring around us. So they can occur internally or externally. The changes are known as stimuli. The plural form of stimuli is stimulus. I wrote it for you here. Now, and the way the organisms respond to the changes are known as responses. And the way that you react or respond to the changes are known as responses. Now, physiological functions of the body require regulation. So, the functions of the body require somewhat of proper regulation. This means the physiological functions should be performed in a controlled manner. The functions should be functioning in a controlled manner. This requires integration of all systems. The nervous system and the endocrine system regulate the physiological functions of the body. Now, let's go on. In this chapter, we will learn the functions of nervous system. The nervous system comprises of highly specialized cells, means the cells which are present in the nervous system are more specialized, and those cells are known as neurons. And the neurons are also called as nerve cells. They help us in receiving and integrating stimuli and responding to the stimuli. Now, let's go to the structure of a neuron. A neuron is made up of three parts: a cell body, dendrites, and an axon. One, let's study more about the neuron. So this is a diagram of a neuron. Now, cell body called as cyton or perichion. The cell body of the cyton of a nerve cell has cytoplasm, large nucleus and fine neurofibrils that help in conduction of impulses. The cyton has Nissl granules as well that are believed to be involved in the protein synthesis. So the cell body is the main part which has nucleus and which has large nucleus and fine neurofibrils. So this cyton, also called as cell body, has cytoplasm in it, which helps us to respond to the changes that occur around us. The exact function is not known as the cell organelles are present in the cyton except centrosome, and hence a neuron cannot divide. As the neuron doesn't has any centrosomes present in it, so the neurons cannot divide. This hence it is proven. Now going to the second important part of a neuron, dendrites. The extinctions of cytoplasm or of the cyton are called as dendrites. A neuron remains connected to the neighboring neurons with the help of dendrites. So, these are the dendrites of a neuron, and with the help of these dendrites, one neuron can be connected to one more neuron. Now, a neuron remains connected to the neighboring neurons with the help of dendrites. The dendrites are receivers of impulses. So, in the neuron, the dendrites are the ones who receive the impulses, who are the receivers of the impulses. Now, third important part is an axon. Axon is the largest extinction of the neuron that arises from the cyton. So, from the cyton, an axon continues, and it is the largest part that extends from the cyton. It is responsible for carrying impulses away from the cell body and towards the next neuron or towards the target organ. So, these neurons uh, they carry the impulses from one neuron to other neuron, or they target another any organ, while a white fatty layer known as myelin sheath covers the axon in most neurons. It acts as the insulating layer. So, if you can see over here, these pale yellow, or they are called as white, but we cannot see, so they gave it as yellow color. So, these layers are called as myelin sheath, which cover up the axon. So, covers the most of the axons of the neuron. It acts as an insulating layer. The end branches of the axon have swollen ends that are known as terminals. If you can see here, there are three swollen ends that are known as terminals. The neurotransmitters released by the axon terminals. So these are the axon terminals. They release neurotransmitters, some healthy chemicals, help in transmission of impulse from one neuron to the next neuron. Now, parts of the nervous system. The human nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord, and nerves. So, here you can see one image. This is the brain, head, it is located in the head part, and then this is the spinal cord continuing from the brain, and then these are the nerves all over our body. Now, of these, the brain is the most important part of the nervous system. It regulates the processes of breathing, respiration, vision, hearing, digestion, movement, speech, recognition, as well as reflexes such as sneezing, coughing, vomiting, and swallowing, etc. So, the brain controls most of the parts of our body, and some reflexes such as sneezing, coughing. Reflexes are some actions that you never know when they come. Now, let's go to the important part, brain. Our brain, the image. Our brain is a large, soft, slightly flat structure present in the head region. So the brain is large, soft, and it's slightly flat structure that is present in our head region. It is enclosed by the cranium that serves to protect this vital organ. So the cranium is a layer that serves to protect this vital organ. The brain is the control center of our body. Everyone knows this. It is divided into three main parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. So there are three parts in our brain: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. I'll show you in this image. So this head part, the first part of our brain, is cerebrum, and then only this part of our brain is the cerebellum, and then some elongated stick like thing, this part is the medulla oblongata. Now let's see more about these parts of the brain. Now, Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Cerebrum is the seat of the highest mental activities. It regulates activities like reasoning, calculation, parts of speech, vision, hearing, listening, memory, and intelligence. It also controls emotions. So all these actions are controlled by one and only cerebrum. Now, cerebrum is concerned with perception of many sensory stimuli. Now, here comes the second largest part of the brain, cerebellum. Cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain that coordinates the body movements. All the body movements are controlled by one and only cerebellum. If you want to walk, you walk in steps. But when you want to move one leg, it needs the coordination of cerebrum. Now, when an alcoholic person walks clumsily, there is no coordination of movement because of intake of alcohol affects our dear cerebellum. Medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata regulates many involuntary actions like breathing, beating of heart, etc., as well as it coordinates certain reflexes like sneezing, coughing, vomiting, swallowing, hiccuping, etc. So, here our medulla oblongata regulates activities like the heart beats non-stop, and that heartbeat is because of the one and only medulla oblongata. So that is the reason our heart beats, and our lungs, our heart beats, and we breathe like that. And it also coordinates certain reflexes such as sneezing, coughing. Like you don't know whenever the hiccuping comes or the cough comes. So like that, these are the some reflex actions controlled by our medulla oblongata. Now, spinal cord. Spinal cord is another important part of a nervous system of the nervous system. It begins as the continuation of medulla oblongata. Spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. So, our spinal cord is the continuation of the medulla oblongata. So, this is the medulla oblongata, and from here, the spinal cord continues till our waist. So, this is the spinal cord, and the spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. If you can see over here, these lines type things are the vertebral column that protect our spinal cord. Now, here comes a vital question. What is the role of spinal cord? Spinal cord serves as the center for reflex actions and is responsible for conveying messages from the parts of the body, and it conveys the messages from the parts of the body to the brain, and from the brain to the parts of the body. So, what is a reflex action? A reflex action is an involuntary quick response to stimuli, generally without the involvement of the brain. Now, here's our last part. Nerves. A nerve is formed of bundles of axons enclosed in a connective tissue sheath. The nerves that arise from the brain are called as cranial nerves, and the nerves that arise from the spinal cord are now known as spinal nerves. So there are some nerves that arise from the brain, and they are called as cranial nerves, and there are certain nerves that are coming from arising from the spinal cord. They are known as spinal nerves. Now, nerves carry messages from the periphery to the brain and spinal cord, and from the brain and spinal cord to the periphery. Now let's have a small quick check quiz. Now, the question for us is state whether true or false. Now, neurons are the basic units of our nervous system. So, what is your answer, true or false? Comment me in the comment section. The right answer is true. Human brain is protected by cranium. Is it true or false? Actually, it's true. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Now, if you make it a false, I'm gonna cry. It's actually true. Cerebellum is the seat of intelligence. Is it true or false? It's actually false. Medulla oblongata coordinates body movements. Oh my god, I never knew this. It's actually false. Now there are some more exercises over here. Which of the following is not a part of a neuron? Dendron, cyton, nephron, and an axon. Actually, the correct answer is a nephron. I already ticked it. Now, which of the following are parts of a nervous system? Nephron, brain, spinal cord, both A and B. Actually, the answer is A and B. Dash contains the nucleus in a neuron. Dendron, axon, cyton, and dendrite. Actually, the third question, you have to answer it on your own. That's why I left it. I'm gonna pin the person who actually answers it correctly. Which part of the brain regulates the coordination of body movement? It is cerebellum. Spinal cord is protected by vertebral column, skull, ribs, none of these. The correct answer is vertebral column. So today's session has ended. In the next episode, in the next video, I'm gonna tell you about the human excretory system. I hope you understood our today's lesson. So see you until next time. Bye.